Hey everyone, how's it going? So last time what we did is get this post showing now when we open the modal. So if we say we're replying to a post, we see the post we're replying to as we're doing it. But one thing I did forget to do, mention last time, I ended the video after I made the changes, our CSS changes. So we added this right at the end, this part right here. But I forgot to copy it across on camera. So if you didn't copy it across because I forgot to do that, then just make sure you've got this in your CSS file. So just add this part right here, and then make sure you remember to copy it, and then just replace your CSS with it. Because obviously otherwise when you refresh the page, those changes will no longer be there. So yeah, I remembered that as soon as I stopped the video. I was like, oh, I forgot to copy the CSS code. Okay, so what are we doing now? Well, the eagle-eyed viewers among you might have noticed that when this opens, the previous post that shows is still there for like a split second when it opens up again. So notice that this says show me buttons. If I open another one, you're going to see this show me buttons text ever so briefly. So I'll go and open a different one. Let's go beef jerky. Okay, it happens so quickly you can't even see it, but believe me, it's happening. If there's any latency in the request, so if the request is slow for some reason, maybe the server's having some problems or something, if there's any sort of latency involved, you're going to notice it. I just happen to be using some quick internet, I guess. But yeah, basically what we need to do is remove this when we close the modal. So as soon as we close the modal, we want to clear this element right here. And it's super easy. I think it's like one line. So let's go back to our common.js file. And I'll scroll up to this part right here and copy all that and then paste it below and then remove all the contents. Okay. And the reason I've copied it is because we're going to do something very similar to this, but we're going to change the event. So it's not show.bs.modal, it's going to be hidden.bs.modal. So hidden bootstrap modal. This is an event given to us by Bootstrap that we can bind to, and it's when the pop-ups close or when the modals close. Okay, so we can very easily just take this and say .html and then just put empty single quotes in there. And now when we refresh the page and reply to something, and I'll go and reply to a different one, you don't see it. I mean, I know you could barely see it before. Trust me, it was there. Like I said, if you saw any sort of latency in the server request, maybe your internet's super slow or something like that, you would have noticed it. Whereas now, at this point, in the background, it's now closed down. If you really want to verify it, you can... wait, I don't mean it's now closed down. I mean, now that the modal's closed down, the div has been emptied. We can actually look for this ourselves in here. So in the wrapper, I think it's in here. Okay, I don't see it there. Let's just do a search for modal. So yeah, there you go. You see them. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Hang on, let me keep searching. Modal. We'll get to the modal in a second. Come on, how many modals do we have? Okay, here it is. So the modal is on the page. It's hidden right now using display none. So that's a fun fact. The modals are always on the page for you until you fire it. But you can see if I open this up in the content, where am I going to? Body. Original post container is empty. And then if I open one, it's now got content. Oops, yeah, there. And if I close this down, it's cleared the content. Okay. So yeah, that's a fun fact. The modals are always on the page. And since we only have one line in this function, you can refactor this further and just get rid of the curly brackets and just put that. Of course, get rid of that semicolon because we don't need that. And you can just shorten it to that if you want to. And of course, since we're not even using this event part, you can just get rid of that entirely. Man, this works. So a little way you can shorten that for those of you interested in keeping your code as condensed as possible.